morning, church. I hope you're doing well today. It's Wednesday, April the 3rd. I'm coming to you once again from my car for whatever reason, but I had a moment, and so I thought I would just take a second or two to encourage you in your journey with the Lord today. For the past few days, we have, as a church, we've been in the book of Judges. This is a part of our Bible reading, of course, for this year. The book of Judges isn't a book that we turn to very often, that we preach from or teach from very often. And that's unfortunate because, as you know, if you've been following along, Judges is fascinating. And it certainly is applicable to our situation today. Some of my favorite characters in the entire Bible are found here in the book of Judges. The story of Judges, or the book of Judges, is all about God using flawed people to accomplish his purposes for his people, Israel. So God is raising up individuals who aren't perfect, who certainly have struggles, and God is using them. God is making them strong. They aren't strong in and of themselves, but God is supplying them with wisdom and strength and integrity so that they can faithfully lead the people. One of those individuals is Gideon. I love Gideon. He's a man who is afraid. He is a man who is well acquainted with his limitations. He resists the activity of God in his life. He doesn't feel like he should be considered a valiant warrior. He scoffs at that. He laughs at that. But God proves himself strong in Gideon's life, and he uses Gideon to drive out the Midianites. But the end of Gideon's story is sad, not because of Gideon's failure, but because of some other things that befall in his life. Let me read this. This comes from Judges chapter 8. This is from today's reading. This is the telling of Gideon's death. So Judges 8, verse 29. Jerubbaal, the son of Joash, went and lived in his own house. Now Gideon had 70 sons, his own offspring, for he had many wives. And his concubine, who was in Shechem, also bore him a son, and he called his name Abimelech. And Gideon, the son of Joash, died in a good old age, and was buried in the tomb of Joash his father at Ophrah of the Abiezrites. As soon as Gideon died, the people of Israel turned again and whored after the Baals, and made Baal-berith their god. And the people of Israel did not remember the Lord their God, who had delivered them from the hand of all their enemies on every side. And they did not show steadfast love to the family of Jerubbaal, that is Gideon, in return for all the good that he had done to Israel. And what a sad story. As soon as Gideon dies, the people begin to rebel. They begin to chase after false gods. They begin to live for that which is false. They return to things that are depraved, to wicked things. And that's actually how the story, if you remember, that's how the story of Judges begins. In Judges chapter 2, we're told that the people did not take all of the land, that they did not drive out all of the pagan inhabitants from the land. And then Joshua died, and we're left with this unfortunate scene that's unfolding in Israel in Judges chapter 2, where the people are again, they're living for things that are false. They're worshiping false gods. They're self-serving people. That's the idea. And so God raises up these judges. But as soon as the judges died, or as soon as the judges finished speaking or leading, the people quickly started doing their own thing again. And we can do one of two things when it comes to the Bible. We can read it and go, wow, you silly people, you stiff-necked people, why are you doing that? Why are you so rebellious? Why are you so self-centered? Or, and I think this is probably the better way to read and interpret Scripture, we can try to see ourselves in these rebellious, stiff-necked, stubborn people. We do this all the time, don't we? God brings victory into our life. God brings joy into our life. We see the handiwork of God on display, and we celebrate that, and we worship that. And then the next day comes, and we return to our sinfulness. We return to our earthly living. And this is the story of Judges. So I would encourage you to pursue faithfulness, to trust the Lord, to obey the Lord in all things. Are we going to be perfect at that? No, we're not. We're going to give in to temptation more than we would like to. And when you do succumb to temptation, when you do enter into sin, then go to the Lord. Humble yourself before the Lord. Confess your sin to God. And know that He is faithful and just, and He will forgive your sin. He'll remove it from you. He'll reconcile you by His grace and through His mercy. So God bless you today. I hope that you will love and enjoy the book of Judges. There's something for you, for us as a church, on every page. Let's be faithful to the Lord today. God bless you. We'll see you soon. Goodbye.